Alright, let's talk, you and me. We've all been there, scrolling through Crunchyroll, Netflix, whatever your poison is, and you see the same damn shows staring back at you. The seasonal hotness, the shonen giants, the isekai of the week where some dude gets reincarnated as a vending machine. And look, I love a good hype train as much as the next guy, but sometimes you crave something different. You want that feeling of uncovering a secret, a masterpiece that somehow, against all odds, slipped through the cracks of the mainstream consciousness. That's what this video is all about. We're going on a deep dive, a spelunking expedition into the forgotten caves of the anime industry, to unearth what I genuinely believe are some of the most underrated animes of all time. These aren't just good shows, these are hidden gems, the kind of series that make you question why everyone isn't screaming about them from the rooftops. We're talking about shows that took risks, that broke molds, and that will stick with you long after the credits roll on the final episode. Forget your top 10 list populated by the usual suspects. Today we're celebrating the outcasts, the weirdos, the works of art that deserved so much more love than they got. This is the stuff for the true connoisseurs, the fans who are ready to move beyond the surface level and find something truly special. So grab your notebook, open up your My Anime List tab, and prepare to have your watch list absolutely decimated. Because I guarantee you there's at least one show on this list that you've either never heard of or have been putting off for far too long. This is your sign, your calling, your intervention. These are the hidden gems every anime fan should check out, and trust me, you're not going to want to miss a single one. Let's get into it. First up, we have a show that looks like it was drawn by a European cartoonist in the 1930s after he dropped some acid. I'm talking about Kaiba. And before you click away because the art style looks like something out of a fever dream, hear me out. This is, without a doubt, one of the most emotionally devastating and poignant sci-fi stories I have ever seen. In this world, memories are currency. They can be bought, sold, and transferred. Your entire identity can be ripped from you and slotted into a new body or vessel, while the rich live forever in pristine bodies, hoarding the memories of others. Our protagonist wakes up with a hole in his chest and zero memories, with only a locket containing a picture of a mysterious woman. What follows is an odyssey across a broken solar system that is both heartbreaking and beautiful. Don't let the cutesy, almost childlike character designs fool you. This is a story that tackles incredibly mature and dark themes. It explores the very nature of self, what it means to be human when your mind and body are separate, and the class struggles that arise in a society that commodifies the soul. Each planet our hero visits tells a self-contained story that adds to the crushing weight of this universe, from societies that rewrite the memories of their citizens to keep them happy, to families torn apart by the memory trade. Kaiba is a show that weaponizes its art style to create a dissonance that makes its emotional punches land that much harder. It's a masterpiece from Masaki Yuasa before he became the household name he is today. And it's a crime that it's not more widely known. Now, from the slow, melancholic pace of Kaiba, we're doing a complete 180 and cranking the speed up to ludicrous. If you thought you were a fast subtitle reader, prepare to be humbled by the Tatami Galaxy. This show is a goddamn verbal marathon. Our nameless protagonist, a university student filled with regret, is convinced he wasted his first 2 years chasing an illusory rose-colored campus life. At the end of each episode, time rewinds, and he gets to choose a different university club, a different path, hoping this time he'll find happiness. It's like Groundhog Day, but instead of Bill Murray, you have a college student having a perpetual anxiety attack, narrated at the speed of a bullet train. The dialogue is so dense and fast it's practically a sport to keep up, but that's the genius of it. The frenetic pace perfectly captures the chaos and confusion of university life and the protagonist's own spiraling mind. It's a visual and narrative spectacle, another gem from Masaki Yuasa, who blends surreal, stylized animation with a story that is surprisingly grounded and relatable. We've all wondered what if. What if I had joined that club? What if I had talked to that person? The Tatami Galaxy explores this question to its absolute extreme, showing us that the perfect life is a myth, and that happiness isn't found in some grand ideal path, but in the opportunities and connections that are right in front of you the whole time. It's witty, it's profound, and it's one of the most brilliantly written shows out there. Just maybe watch it with the pause button handy. There are some creators whose names are synonymous with mind-bending, and Satoshi Kon is the undisputed king. While films like Perfect Blue and Paprika get a lot of the limelight, his only TV series, Paranoia Agent, is arguably his most ambitious and unsettling work. It starts with a simple, almost urban legend premise. A mysterious elementary school kid on rollerblades known only as Lil Slugger is attacking stressed-out Tokyoites with a bent, golden baseball bat. The first victim is a character designer struggling with pressure, and after the attack, her problems seem to magically vanish. Soon, more and more people, each backed into a psychological corner, find themselves wishing for a visit from Lil Slugger. What begins as a bizarre crime procedural quickly unravels into a surreal exploration of collective anxiety, societal pressure, and the terrifying power of mass hysteria. Each episode focuses on a different character, a different facet of modern Japanese society, from the corrupt cop to the gossiping housewives, all connected by this phantom menace. Satoshi Kon masterfully blurs the line between reality and delusion, making you question if Lil Slugger is even real, or just a psychological manifestation created by a world on the brink of a nervous breakdown. It's a show that gets under your skin and stays there. A psychological thriller that's more relevant today than when it first aired. It's a testament to a true auteur's vision. Let's get philosophical for a moment. If you're the kind of person who finished Ghost in the Shell and immediately needed another hit of high-concept cyberpunk existentialism, then Ergo Proxy is your next stop. This show is dense, like reading Hegel while listening to industrial techno-dance. Set in a post-apocalyptic future where humanity lives in domed cities, it follows Real Meyer, a government inspector investigating a series of gruesome murders committed by autorevs, androids, infected with a virus that grants them self-awareness. Her investigation leads her to a mysterious immigrant named Vincent Law, and a terrifyingly powerful entity known as a proxy. What happens next is a journey into the bleak, dying world outside the dome. This is not a show you can have on in the background while you're scrolling on your phone. Ergo Proxy demands your full attention. It's a slow-burn mystery wrapped in layers of Gnosticism, philosophy, and questions about what it means to be a creator and a creation. The atmosphere is immaculate, a dark, gothic, and oppressive world that feels both futuristic and ancient. The character designs are peak 2000s edge, and I am absolutely here for it. It's a show that trusts its audience to be intelligent, that doesn't hold your hand, and that rewards you for piecing together its complex narrative and thematic puzzles. If you want a show to chew on for weeks after you've finished it, Ergo Proxy is waiting. Okay, after all that psychological and philosophical heaviness, let's cleanse the palate with something truly wholesome and beautiful. Kids on the Slope. Directed by the legendary Shinichiro Watanabe, yes, the Cowboy Bebop and Samurai Champloo guy. This show is his love letter to jazz music, and my god does it show. Set in a small town in the 1960s, it follows the introverted classical piano prodigy Kaoru Nishimi, who moves from the city and prepares for another lonely school year. That is, until he has a chance encounter with the school's resident delinquent, the towering and warm-hearted Sentaro Kawabuchi, who also happens to be a brilliant jazz drummer. An unlikely friendship blossoms in the basement of a local record shop, built on a shared passion for music. This is one of the most heartfelt and genuine coming-of-age stories you will ever see. It's a story about friendship, first love, and the way music can bridge any gap and express emotions that words can't. The animation, particularly during the musical performances, is absolutely breathtaking. They rotoscoped real musicians, so every drum fill, every piano run, every bass line feels authentic and electric. The soundtrack, curated by the phenomenal Yoko Kanno, is pure bliss. It's a show that captures that fleeting, magical feeling of youth with all its awkwardness, heartbreak, and soaring moments of joy. It's a warm, nostalgic hug of a show that will make you want to pick up an instrument immediately. When you think of space anime, you probably think of giant robots, laser beams, and space pirates. You probably don't think about orbital debris, union disputes, and the crushing loneliness of a long-haul mission. Well, Planetes is here to change that. This is what I call blue-collar sci-fi. It's set in the not-so-distant future of 2075, where space travel is commonplace, and it follows the crew of the DS-12 Toy Box, a ship whose job is essentially space garbage collection. Their mission is to clear the orbital debris that poses a catastrophic threat to spacecraft. It's a thankless, underfunded, and dangerous job, and the people who do it are seen as the lowest of the low in the spacefaring world. Planetes is brilliant because it treats space not as a fantasy playground but as a workplace. It explores the physical, psychological, and social toll that living and working in space takes on people. It deals with everything from the politics of space exploration and the divide between developed nations and third-world countries who are left behind, to the deeply personal stories of the crew. You have Hachimaki, who dreams of owning his own ship, Itanabe, the idealistic rookie, and Fee Carmichael, the chain-smoking American captain trying to keep her crew together. It's a character-driven drama that just happens to be set in space, and its commitment to realism and human emotion makes it one of the most mature and compelling sci-fi series ever made. And finally, we arrive at a show that is less of a story and more of a feeling. Haibane Renmei. This one is different. It's quiet, it's contemplative, and it is profoundly beautiful. The series begins when a girl is born from a cocoon in a strange walled town. She is given the name Raka, sprouts small gray wings, and is fitted with a halo. She is now one of the Haibane, angelic beings who live alongside humans in this town, with no memory of their past lives, and no knowledge of what lies beyond the walls. They are not allowed to own money or new things, and must work in the town to survive. It's a peaceful, almost idyllic life, but it's tinged with a deep, unspoken melancholy. Haibane Renmei is a show that doesn't give you easy answers. It's an allegorical tale that gently explores themes of sin, redemption, grief, and finding one's place in the world. What does it mean to be sin-bound? What happens when a Haibane has their day of flight and must leave the town forever? The show lets these questions hang in the air, trusting the viewer to find their own meaning in its gentle, atmospheric world. It's a slice-of-life show set in what might be purgatory, and that juxtaposition is what makes it so powerful. It's a slow, meditative experience that requires patience, but the emotional payoff is immense. If you're looking for a show that will make you think and feel deeply, Haibane Renmei is a singular, unforgettable experience. And there you have it. 7 shows that have been living in my head rent-free for years. 7 absolute bangers that deserve a hell of a lot more attention. From the mind-altering sci-fi of Kaiba and Ergo Proxy, to the grounded human drama of Planetes and Kids on the Slope, these are the series that prove just how diverse and artistically rich this medium can be. These are the shows that remind me why I fell in love with anime in the first place. That feeling of discovery, of finding a story that speaks to you on a level you didn't expect. I genuinely hope you give some of these a shot because you won't regret it. They are the definition of hidden gems. But this is just my list. The world of underrated anime is vast and deep, and I know for a fact that I've missed some of your personal favorites. That's where you come in. Go down to the comments and become a champion for your favorite underrated show. What's the one anime you're always trying to force your friends to watch? What's the hidden masterpiece that you think was unfairly slept on? I want to see those comments flooded with recommendations. Let's build the ultimate underrated watch list together. Let's make that comment section a treasure trove for anyone looking for something new. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the forgotten corners of anime and want to see more content like this, you know what to do. Obliterate that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next video where we'll probably talk about something equally obscure and fantastic. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay nerdy, people.